Shalom, shalom. Kal halalim la banawi Yahweh Eloheinu wa b'Hashem Yahushai b'Hashem Rakakwadash. Excuse me. Brakti Hawa, Brakti Yahushai, Brakti Hawa, Brakti Yahushai, Brakti Hawa, Brakti Yahushai b'Hashem Rakakwadash. Just a quick one. So-called black woman dragged off bus and stabbed by Edomite men. Okay. This is 11 hours old. All right. Today's the 18th of March. All right. And she was dragged off a bus by multiple Edomite men and juked up. She survived, but the fact remains it is that she was dragged off a bus, okay, and nobody tried to help her, okay? And because if let's just say Jake did intervene, more than likely she wouldn't have been dragged off the bus, okay? It's going to the point where the Lord is putting like a cold spirit on Jake, okay? Whether Jake was on the bus or not, that remains to be seen, but or heard of. But she was dragged off the bus and stabbed by Edomite men, so-called white men. Okay, and this is going to increase, and this is for all you Israelite women, no matter what package you come in. Okay, all right, but I'm going to focus on the ones that are brown. Okay, you have love for this Edomite, this cracker. Okay, you put down the brothers. Okay, and you still have love for the Edomite, which basically goes back to the garden where Eve, was the one that was deceived by the serpent. And to this day, you're still deceived. You marry these devils, okay? You go out with these devils. They use you like a concubine, all right? There's also a story of an Edomite that was in a so-called black university in America. He was the only cracker there, and he was bagging every single Jake woman that was in the hood type Jake women, as well as your so-called pristine type Jake women, kind of like an Ashley Banks of Fresh Prince, that kind of Jake woman, or Hillary Banks, from these what do you call them? What's that acronym? H, whatever it's called. The so-called black universities. All right, and you let it happen. Okay, so your lover, the so-called white man, is turning against you. Right, and this is going to happen more and more and more. And a lot of Jake ain't going to care no more. They're not going to intervene because a lot of brothers out there, Jakes, no matter what package they come in, have been done wrong by the Israelite woman. Okay, they've been done wrong by the Israelite woman. But the so-called the so-called black woman, the Judite woman, is the worst. Okay, because all Israelite women follow her. They follow her attitude. They follow her mannerisms. They want to be like her. Because porn has destroyed men, and women have been destroyed by social media. All right, and it's got to the point where the Israelite woman is the most deceived by social media. And me personally, I believe a lot of these social media guys, or these so-called influencers, because they influence the way you think, are bought and paid for. All right, a lot of them probably have studios where they have these lavish apartments or homes and vehicles that are possibly rented. They're probably paid off well, right? They probably have these things anyway, but they probably acted out. The perfect family, the perfect so-called boyfriend or girlfriend or whatever. And a lot of you women get deceived by that. All right. But then there's on the flip side, there are some real ones like that out there as well. Okay. But back to the fact of the matter, a lot of, Yahweh Shemeshai is putting a cold spirit on everybody. No one's going to intervene to help you. 25, 30 years ago, there would have been people trying to help. But people don't care no more. Okay. And, with the shortage, because you women are in that Black Widow GI Jane spirit. You don't need a man. You don't need, you know, you don't need a husband. You don't want to be loyal to your husband. All right, this is the reason why these things are happening. Because women in their right mind and the right spirit, Yahweh Hashem Yashai is going to cover them. They're going to be okay. The Lord's not going to put that demonic spirit on some crackers to hurt any of the elect women, no matter what package they come in on the outside. All right, and there's a lot of sincere so-called black women out of millions, maybe even billions of millions of evil so-called black women. There's decent ones amongst them that are going to be covered. Okay, this woman, maybe the Lord sent her a warning because she did survive. Okay, and these were so-called, well, all Edomites are racist, right? And then with the purge-like events that are ensuing around the world, you got Pittsburgh, for example, between 3 and 7 a.m. There's only going to be 20 coppers just throughout the whole city. So basically, all the criminals are going to have a field day between 3 a.m. and 7 a.m. Okay, you women want to dress a certain way, have see-through yoga pants on with your thongs showing, have your boobs, have your breasts, propped up, you know, painted up and everything, looking appetizing to men out there that are not getting none, and even generally looking appetizing to men. They're going to say, F this. What I need to do, ask her out on a date for. Let me just clock her one, knock her out, put her over my shoulder, take in the back of my van, do what I got to do. Hell, they might even delete you. They might even sell you somewhere. And it's going to get worse up. Each sort of so-called white man has been showing you in these purge movies what's coming down the pipe. And all these things are ensuing and getting, the kettle's about to whistle, and the Passover is coming up this week on the 23rd to the 30th, and then you've got the eclipse on the 8th. You got martial law troops have been told to sort of like stand by because they know what time it is. They know what time, what's going. And then you got in the UK, right? You got a shortage of coppers here as well, and budgets have been reduced. Okay, let me get the article about that. Thousands of UK police working away from frontline crime amid budget cuts. Okay, and this is Friday the 5th of January, 2024. I'm not going to go into all the intricate details, but this lets you know, because I've gone through it for the most part, and it's not looking great because we are coming to the end of this society. Okay? Every rulership has a time to be, to sort of sustain itself, to be so-called glorified. Okay? Nothing stays the same forever. And this kingdom is going to fall like every other empire that we were in, and we were in as slaves, be it the Persian one, be it the Egyptian one, the Greek one, the Roman one, all the numerous ones. But this was the worst one because this is the one where we didn't know who we were. But Brakti Habashim Hashai, we woke up, through watching our prophets, our elders, apostles and elders of Great Millstone, and double honors to them, by the way, and shalom to the prophets who we learn from, who I call all my elders because I'm young in this thing, so I believe, not young in age, but I'm young in knowledge, so therefore, I say they're my elders. Okay. In London, the shortage of police officers is a deeply concerning issue. Despite efforts to recruit and maintain office numbers, the situation remains challenging. Here are some key points. Budget constraints. Okay. Significant budget starting in 2010, resulting in reduction of 20,000 officers. Current shortfall as now the Metropolitan Police, Britain's largest police force, faces a shortfall of 1,400 officers by the end of March 2024. Okay, these numbers may be small from an American point of view. You've got to understand that the UK is a very small island. Okay, you can fit the UK into Texas 5 times. All right, and London, which is the main hub, has a massive shortfall. I've seen a lot of police stations. Back in the day, you get in trouble for stupid things. You gotta, you might have to show up at a certain police station to show your license to prove you got your vehicle insurance or whatever. That's how they used to do it back in the day. And you go there, and most of those police stations are shut. They're not there anymore. So basically, a lot of police stations are just empty buildings. So they've got like maybe one in like 2 or 3 towns where you could actually go there and make a report if you do have to make a report. Okay, yeah, they're still driving around and all that, but the fact of the matter is, the police is getting less and less and less on a worldwide basis. We've already just seen online where um, 2 New York coppers are beaten up by 7 so-called immigrants. And I saw the video. They were kicking the coppers in the face, and both the coppers looked like fat. They were out of shape. They were on the floor. The respect, there's no respect for you coppers no more. All right? And there shouldn't be anyway, because most of you are scum. Funding crisis. The police are still grappling with a £3.2 billion cash shortfall, affecting their ability to maintain adequate staffing levels. Approximately 6,000 new officers are performing roles typically handled by police staff, such as community support officers and administrative workers, rather than being on the streets. This situation has implications for operational effectiveness. Experience loss. Despite recruiting new officers, the force has lost valuable experience, including skills crucial for modern crime fighting, such as digital forensics. Okay, the fact of the matter is, okay, the Lord is closing shop on Esau's world. Esau's store is closing. Okay, we're probably at the last hour before the store closes completely. I've seen numerous banks shut. Okay, banks have shortened their days, shortened their hours. Loads of stores closed. A lot of homeless Edomites. It's going to get buck wild out here everywhere worldwide. All right. And for a lot of you proud women, you're going to be trodden down like the mire of the streets. And mire is a swampy, boggy ground. And the Lord is putting a real cold spirit out there where people don't want to help you so-called black women, because a lot of you black women have done Jake wrong, man. Through child support. Where is it? Through child support. Through cheating on the man. Through making Jake pay for children that weren't his. Making Jake fall in love with the children, caring for them, to find out years later they're not even his. Jake is out there grafting, working, earning a crust, earning his daily bread, and here you are wanting constant attention. How the hell is he supposed to give you constant attention when he's got to earn his daily bread? You're at home, horny, and you go with a Jake, that's around the neighborhood, or even with a heathen, with Ishmael at the store, or Elam, or maybe even a Jake or a cracker or an Edomite. Okay, maybe this woman is warned, but she's been warned in a severe way, to get her act together, because the woman did survive, by the way, after being dragged off by not just one so-called white man, multiple white men. Okay, police shortages worldwide, because we've already touched on Pittsburgh. All right, 20 coppers in the whole of the city of Pittsburgh between 3 a.m. and 7 a.m. What does that sound like to you? What's Esau been showing you in the movies? They've been prophesying on the left-hand side, called Revelation of the Method, right? Then you got London and other parts of the world where coppers are, where there's staff shortages. The Lord is putting a spirit out there where just to close shop on everything. And you proud women, think that you can do everything on your own. I can do bad by myself and all that kind of thing. You rely on the government, Big Daddy Esau, to provide your bread and meat. You're not independent. Woman, hear me roar and all that bullshit. You're not independent. How much was this woman roaring when she's being dragged off the bus? She wasn't roaring. She's probably crying like a little kitten. Where was her Black Widow abilities? Where was her, where was her manner of squaring up and trying to fight the men off? I bet she had a big strapping Jake with her then. You know, where's that Black Widow GI Jane spirit? And a lot of you women are gonna get it like really bad. When it's not even getting bad yet. It's gonna get really bad. Okay, when Jacob's trouble hits, it's gonna be worse than 70 AD. It's gonna be worse than the 1921 riots when I believe it was Rosewood or one of the so-called Israelite cities or black cities that was hit by these jealous crackers. And now they're underwater. And it wasn't just one or two. It wasn't just Rosewood or what's the other one? Black Wall Street. There were thousands, thousands, and they're all underwater because this is an arrest. But you so-called, you Israelite women want to make your arrest. You marry the heathen. You applaud that bitch Eve, that rapper from the Rough Riders, because she married a damn Amalekite in the UK. She lives here now in London, and he's a billionaire. And there's the irony as well, because her name is Eve, and Eve gravitated towards a serpent, and that damn cracker, that Amalekite, I can't stand Eve now. She's Eve, and she's married him, a billionaire, basically his concubine, and she's given birth to his rat child as well. And a lot of you so-called black women are like, are involved in so-called black politics. What's the other bitch? The one who's married to Edomite. She's always like up on, trying to help so-called black people, but she's married to Edomite. Forgot her name, man. She's not very attractive. Um, yeah, a lot of you Israelite women do that. You're married to the devil, but then you try and help so-called black people, or the Judite people, or the Judite man. You know, and a lot of you women are gonna get it. And I want to see you Israelite women fall, no matter what package you come in, because I've been done wrong, by some Israelite foreigner women in my time. You know, we've all had some kind of negative effect. I've been done wrong by so-called black women too. Okay, whether it's in the workplace or whether it's them, uh, you know, it doesn't have to be in a romantic sense. It just has, whether it could be in any way. They are the pit bull of the so-called white man. Now, their daddy Esau is turning on them. All right. That's what I tell, Jake, if you're going to get a woman, try and get something else. States is full of Indian girls. You got to go for the Latin tribes, Israel foreigner women, Arab women, so-called white women. If what it depends on whatever is in your city. If you can get yourself a decent so-called black woman, that's fine too, man. But anyway, I'm digressing too much. But anyway, it's going to get bad for you women. All right. Second Ezra 15:16, for there shall be sedition among men, invading one another. They shall not regard their kings nor princes, and the course of their actions shall stand in their power. It's going to get to that. Sedition is basically, groups of people talking and, arousing violence amongst each other. Say, yeah, let's go and do this, let's go and do that. They're going to bum rush houses. They're not going to give a shit about kings nor princes, and that could be the equivalent of like, high level police officers, politicians, literal kings and princes also, because they still exist to this day. And the course of actions shall stand in their power. They're going to just get it in. They're going to be ravishing you women. Paraphrasing another scripture there. Ravishing is grabbing you and taking you by force. All right. A lot of you women that live alone. A lot of you women that married, wealthy jakes and divorce them because you want some of their money. You're going to get it. When that comes to you, right? Like a huge tidal wave hitting you. When all that death comes to you, when these things start happening to you, you're going to remember what you did. Okay? And a lot of people are going to start turning to their own people, This is the time for Jake to get it together and stop gang banging. Whether he's in London, parts of South London, East London, North London, West London, stop juking and shooting each other. All right, and come together. All right, because a lot of the 2/3, no matter what, the 2/3 is in the States, but a lot of the Jakes that are not part of the elect, whether they're here or whatever, are going to get it in against the so-called white man and the heathen nations. Okay, Isaiah 13:14, and it shall be as a chased roe, and as a sheep that no man taketh up, there shall every man turn to his own people, and flee everyone into his own land. Everyone's turned to their own. Okay, ain't gonna be all this United Colors of Benetton, we are the world bullshit. Everyone's gonna turn to their own. And you already got people that are there in the States and different, even in the UK, right, that are already going back to their countries, wherever they're from. They're probably here for maybe 5, 10 years, make a bit of dough, and they bounce back to wherever they're from. Be it Somalia, India, whatever the fuck. Europe, Poland, because you've got these Polish crackers here too. Where's these Russian Edomites? Okay, 1 second. Jacob's trouble. Jeremiah 30 verse 7. Alas, for the day is great, so that none is like it. It is even the time of Jacob's trouble, but he shall be saved out of it. The elect shall be saved out of it. Okay? And it's going to be such a time that's never been before. We're talking about cannibalism, food shortages, no police, destruction, dead bodies everywhere, women crying, screaming, women being raped, children being raped. As foul as it is, that's going to happen. Real evils are going to come. All your nightmares coming true. You're going to see apparitions. They're going to be marauders, gangs walking around looking for, people to eat, women to grape. On the street where you live, you women that live alone, especially very attractive women that live alone, or you got a man or whatever, whether you got a man or not ain't going to matter. Whether you're a wife or a mother, they ain't going to matter. If you're an attractive woman, these men who are lusting after you, that your neighbors say good morning to you, or good afternoon, or good evening, if they do say that, whether they say or not, that doesn't matter, but they're going to be coming for you. All right, so you better pray, okay, and hope that you're part of that number to be saved. We all hope for that. But you women, you're going to get a great humbling, a very great humbling, a very great humbling. Okay, I'm going to share the link of this, and you women are going to get a great humbling, and you fucking deserve it too. All right, you deserve it too. Because Jake has been done so wrong, man. Jake's been stomped out, dragged through the mud, mentally, physically, spiritually destroyed in this world, man. And you women diss Jake because Jake isn't a certain way or providing enough or whatever, and you go with the devil. And when you ninja women go with Esau, you other ninja women, no matter what package you come in, you start applauding that, saying, "Oh yeah, good on you, good on you, good on you. You took the easy way. You took the stress-free route. Yeah, this is your stress-free route." Because Esau going to take the stress out of you by juking you up. You applaud that, don't you? You women got a great humbling. And you deserve it. I'm just going to get one more scripture, and I'll finish it off. Paraphrase it in one of the streets. Micah 7 and 10. Micah 7 and 10. Then she that is mine enemy shall see it, and shame shall cover her, which said unto me, Where is the Lord thy power? Yahweh Bashem Yashai. Mine eyes shall behold her. Now shall she be Now shall she be trodden down as the mire of the streets. Mire is swampy, boggy ground. You know? Swampy, boggy ground. You're going to be stomped out. Okay? You're going to be, oh, it's a female. It's a female. Don't hit a female. You simps out there. You women are going to get demolished. All right? And this is the beginning of many sorrows. Okay? For you women. Especially you Israelite women. That need to be humbled. Okay? All praises to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Rakak Kodash. Shalom. And Mawatha Badba Kwam Yasharallah.